This might be the most important chart in crypto right now, and almost nobody's talking about it. While everyone's focused on Bitcoin making headlines, altcoin could be setting up for one final move lower before the real rally begins. Today, I'm breaking down the total market cap excluding the top 10 cryptocurrencies, why this bearish retest matters, and the exact levels I'm watching over the next coming weeks. So welcome back to the channel. If you guys are holding altcoins or planning to buy them soon, this is the chart you need to understand because it gives you a much better picture of the rest of the crypto market other than Bitcoin. So today we're going to go through why this bearish retest matters, the significance of the 50 EMA, the major support zones below, what would invalidate this bearish outlook, and my game plan into the next few weeks. So let's jump straight into the charts and I'll show you guys what I'm looking at, right? So what is this chart? Like, before we get into the analysis, it's important to understand what we're actually looking at. This isn't Bitcoin. This is the crypto total market cap excluding the top 10 cryptocurrencies. That means we're tracking the money flow into the mid caps and the smaller altcoins. Historically, this chart gives us a very good indication of overall altcoin strength before many individual coins start making their moves. The 50 EMA. The first thing that stands out is the 50 EMA. Throughout strong bull markets, this moving average acts as dynamic support, right? But once price loses it, it often flips into resistance. That's exactly what's happening here. So if you look at the chart, you can see how price had, once we were in that bull market in 2020, you can see how price was holding this level as support, right? If we go all the way back to this level right over here, right? You can see how price was holding its support. We literally closed above this level and we had that multi-month push, right? This is the monthly chart as well, okay? And then once we start losing this level, you can see how price literally closes below the zone, we come all the way back down, and that's exactly what's happening now. We literally had a full-on retest, okay? So now let's focus on the highlighted area, right? After breaking below sort of, price rallied back up into the exact same level right over here, okay? So if you look at this chart, price rallied back straight into the zone. Okay, instead of breaking through, it was rejected. This is a classic market structure. Support becomes into resistance. It's one of the cleanest concepts in technical analysis and something I've watched on every single time frame. If this rejection continues, it increases the probability that price starts moving towards the next a major support zone. Key levels I'm watching are around about this zone over here. Okay, the level that acted as support before, so you can see how price was literally using this zone as a key zone. Anywhere around about this zone over here is what I'm looking at. The reason why is because we also have the fair value gap sitting over there. Basically, a fair value gap shows you where people were long in the market and some people didn't get in because it just pumped, right? So this is where a lot of orders were left behind. So this level acts as support and it could provide a short-term bounce. However, if sellers continue pushing lower and this level breaks, the next major support is around about 115, around about this zone over here. So for me right now, what I'm looking at is, of course, no analysis is complete without taking any risk. But if buyers manage to reclaim the 50 EMA, right, if we get back above there and hold support, then this bearish scenario becomes much weaker. That would suggest that this recent breakdown was simply a fake move rather than start another leg lower. As traders, we don't predict, we react. What does this mean for altcoins? If the chart continues low, expect many altcoins to struggle. Some could easily see another 10 to 20% correction before finding a strong support. That's why I'm being patient. Okay, I'm not rushing into random altcoin buys because think about it. That this is a monthly chart. So basically, each candle represents 1 month, right? So it's important to wait and see what actually happens here. But if price comes down over here, we might see a potential bounce. Okay, so if you're serious about improving your trading style, I would look at potentially getting price into the zone, right? And this is a key zone. We lost this trend line as well. You can see our price lost this zone. I was expecting price to actually bounce from this trend multiple months ago, but we had a massive push lower due to Trump and everything. But this is going to be my buy zone within this area. I'll make it a little bit sweeter for you guys so you can understand what I'm looking at. But essentially, this is the zone. I like to draw like a little box over here. And, you want to be buying within this area. Okay. Boom. Okay. So this is where you want to be looking for potential buys. So altcoins right now are at a really, really strong zone in terms of potentially getting a retest of this zone for a potential move higher. I honestly think that once we come to this level, this is going to be the best buy zone that we have for the altcoins, right? Obviously, you have to do your own research in terms of knowing which altcoins to buy. But if you are convicted in terms of like trading altcoins or buying altcoins, this is where you want to be buying. Okay, that's my opinion, and obviously this isn't financial advice, but just showing you guys exactly what I'm doing in the market to show you. Okay, so this is what I'm going to look at. If price jumps into the zone, we're going to be looking for a long-term buy, and then probably looking at around about October until we're going to get back down here. So we'll see what happens. Obviously this is my opinion, but just if price does come down to the zone, this is where I'll be looking at. Okay, so let's see what happens. Bit of an update here for you guys, but these are the key levels I'm watching for total market cap, excluding the top 10 cryptos. The next few weeks could be crucial for altcoins. Let me know in the comments, do you think altcoin season starts here, or do you think we see a leg lower, right? A lot of people could potentially say we could get a bounce from the zone because of how we reacted in the past with these wicks, but I do think that there's a possibility of coming lower. Okay, if you enjoyed the analysis, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next update.